All right, we're here with the Montana State women's basketball team, Big Sky champs, 1920, and maybe most importantly, the new winners of the Big Sky Commissioner's Belt. Let's see it, Coach. What do you got?
All right. Oh, yeah. It is here.
Coach, let me ask you a couple questions quick. First of all, is that your home gym that we saw in the video? Is that what you've got at your house?
Yes, my husband built a very big garage, so we definitely have a pretty nice workout space.
That's fantastic. Love the creativity with the belt. So, first let me tell you why you guys with the belt. So we created this a couple months ago where we're going to kind of monthly award a team who's done something spectacular, whether it be athletically or academically or in their community, volunteer work, whatever it may be. The first winners was Northern Arizona, who having won 3 of the last 4 national champions in cross country. They finished second this year, and we're just coming off a sweeping the indoor track. So they were the first winners. And now all of you are the second all-time winners. And so congratulations. Why? Well, I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, 19-1 in the conference. It was awesome to watch you guys this year. It was great watching you in Boise. And obviously a tremendous disappointment that you didn't get to play that final game and go potentially go to the NCAA tournament. I would have loved to seen what you guys would have done in the tournament. You guys would have been one of those teams they left off to the side. It's like teams you don't want to play. That have been like 4 of them. You guys would have been right in there for sure, because nobody would have wanted to play you guys if you'd have gotten a chance. And so wanted you to know that, we appreciate the hard work and dedication that all of you have put into the year. No, it didn't end the way you wanted it to, but it doesn't take away from the tremendous year you had. And, it's not easy to go through a conference like ours. The distance you have to travel, the odd places you have to play, the strange food you have to eat, and the different places you got to spend nights to show up and win. And to set that record and to have that amazing season you all did, I just wanted to say congratulations, and look forward to seeing what's going to happen with those of you that aren't coming back to watch what happens, but then looking forward to next year. I know a lot of you are back and looking forward to a great season there. So I just wanted to say that on the front end. And then, Coach, maybe just talk a little bit about the belt and about your team, and just want to kind of hear how, now that you've been away from it for a couple of months, kind of how you feeling, what you thinking?
Well, I told this to the commissioner on Twitter, but I will say this belt's legit. It's heavy. It's big. So I think our post play, you guys need to try this first. But I just want to, first of all, shout out to the team once again. I think what was so special about this team and this season was just the daily grind, loving the process of getting better to every single day together. This group really has amazing chemistry. I think this team had tremendous balance, tremendous depth. It's really unique to hit this conference and have 2 players in double digits every night, but this team traditionally had 4 or 5, even 6 on given nights. And to be able to do that, like you said, Commissioner, even on the road, and be undefeated on the road in this really difficult travel season, I just think speaks volumes of the focus and the mentality of this team all year long. But we're just so proud of them. We're so happy for this and this honor. We're extremely grateful, and we know we did not get to finish this. It still feels a little unsettled. It still feels unfinished, but as this pandemic continued to increase, I think every single one of us on this page understands the reasons behind it. And at the same time, we're here to celebrate all that this team was able to accomplish, and this is a big part of it. So thank you.
Well, that's great. So I'd like to have a couple of players chime in. You guys decide who you want to talk, but when was the moment, and this could happen preseason, non-conference, conference, when was the moment where you kind of looked at each other in the locker room and you're like, damn, we're going to be good this year? When was that moment? Don't make me call on someone either.
I think a lot of us would say that Puerto Rico trip, just for team chemistry that week was so awesome to be on the beach and in the sun isn't too bad either. But just the fun of, I mean, that was the end of our non-conference schedule, and obviously had back-to-back games and lost the first one, being the lower opponent, and then to come back the next day, a short turnaround, and play Texas A&M like we did. After a whole week of vacation, pretty much, it was really special. I think that's when we really realized, holy crap, if we're all clicking and everyone's bringing their best, we can really hang with anybody. So I know for me, and I know a lot of the girls agree, that Texas A&M game, especially being back to back and whatnot, that was a huge confidence for us going into conference play, and knowing that getting to the NCAA tournament, we really believed we could beat whoever we were matched up with.
That's great. Great answer. Does anybody else have another moment in time they kind of remember sticking out from the season?
I want to go ahead and say, you know, even back in the springtime, we were doing workouts, and, you know, Fallon was finally able to get in game mode and kind of get in that mindset before the year even started. And we saw all of our freshmen finishing up their various seasons and all the accolades that they were getting. And I think we knew that we had a really good, talented group of people coming in, and just everybody on this team has always been so dedicated. And so to know the personalities within this group and know that we were having 5 seniors, I don't think there was a doubt in our mind since, you know, spring that, you know, there was going to be special things happening. We just didn't know to what extent.
That's great. Okay, a couple others chime in on this question now. So what's the thing that Coach Binford does best as a coach? What do you enjoy most about the way she handles the team and handles the season? And you know the flip question's coming after this too. So think about that.
I would say probably just being so understanding. She's not a coach that yells a lot. She talks to us even if we do something wrong. She's always very supportive and everything. So she's not a very hard coach. She's very open-minded to what we believe and what we think, which helps a lot.
That's great. Good answer. Although if you saw her in the weight room, I think she's pretty hard. I mean, pull-ups and with the belt on, I mean, that was pretty impressive. So what else? What else is great about being part of her program? If I was one of the assistant coaches, I'd probably pipe in here. I mean, I'm just saying, I might say something good about my boss, but that's just me.
Well, I'm going to speak up then because I thought this was players only. But one of the best things about working for Coach Binford and being in her program is just the way she cares for her people. And, you know, that whether that's the student athletes, you know, she makes time for you. And when she really doesn't have time as a head coach, she's got so many plates spinning. And just the time that she makes for us, she wants us to be, whether it's a great assistant or a great player in their case, and she'll do whatever it takes to help them. But at the same time, she wants us to be great people. And she grooms us in both areas. And on that same note, I think that her cognizant intentionality about taking care of our players' bodies throughout the 8-month season, so that by the time they hit February, they're healthy and playing their best basketball and probably having the most fun. And I think that in the 2 years I've been here, I've seen that play out both years. So she's amazing, and we're grateful.
Oh, that's great. Nice to hear that. And I think that's what you mentioned right there is a little bit of a forgotten art for a lot of coaches. I'm sure experience has taught her that, as far as, you know, when you put the pedal down and when you pull the pedal off, and it's a long road, and, you know, you can't win a championship in December in basketball, but you can lose one, you know. And so, you know, it's good to hear. Obviously, no surprise that a championship coach would know that. So, all right, players, you're up for this one. So if you were coach for a day, you're the head coach for the program, what would you do differently? What's the one or two things be like, oh, we got to get more of this, or we got to do less of this? So have some fun with it and give me some good answers. Go ahead.
Charter flights.
Charter flights, huh? Okay. All right, that'd be nice. We'd all love those. What else? The most popular answer to this question from other teams has been, more ice cream for some reason. It's like must have an ice cream drought around the league or something. So I don't know. What else?
We eat plenty of ice cream over here at Montana State.
Okay.
There's no problem with that on this team.
Coach for a day. What else?
I do more 3-point shooting drills for the post.
All right. Never known a post player who hasn't wanted to shoot more threes. That's 100% right there. All right, Kenzie, I'm going to call on you because you're right in the center of my screen. There you go. Yep, you got an answer now. How about you, coach for a day? What do you do differently?
Maybe since the posts are shooting threes, maybe the guards can post up a little bit, do a little post action down there.
All right. Yep, that's about 100% too. Guards think they're great post players and want the ball.
I think all the coaches should have to do more TikTok videos at the conclusion of practice, not just the head coach.
Those would be good to share. We like those a lot. Mary Lou's can have some fun with those. So that's great. So switching to something just a little more serious now. Obviously, we're all quarantined. So I'm curious to hear about academics. How are all of you handling the academic piece of trying to finish your classes online? How's that going? What's been good and bad? And how about a couple of players jump in there? Talk about how you've been handling the academic side.
I mean, I like it. I feel like I have a lot of free time. I get to do what I want, when I want. Don't really have any, I don't know. I don't have to go to class at a certain time, which is kind of nice. So I'm doing well with it.
All right, there's a vote. There's a vote for it right there. I can't believe everybody feels that way, but maybe they do. I don't know. So some schools are better equipped than this than others. So Sky, what about you? You've been quiet.
I like online school. Just like Ash said, you can just get it over with and then just move on with your day and stuff. So I like it. But I miss the discussions with real people, but it's good.
Okay, good. Anybody else got any academic stuff? No? Okay. How about the family time? Those of you at home. Family time, you had enough? Do we need more? Do we need less? Where are we at on the family time scale?
Less for sure.
Less for sure.
This is my family time, so more for me.
Good for you. Anybody else on the family note? No?
I don't know if I'm very good at homeschooling, but my kids seem to be handling it well at times.
Are you a tough grader at home, Coach?
I think they're going to fire me. I'm trying to get them into more of a routine, and I think they're along the lines of Ashley. They like more of this freedom. So it's a little bit of give and take here.
From our administrators have talked about many of their kids have entered the transfer portal. They do not like living at their house anymore. And so hopefully that doesn't happen at your house, Coach.
I sure hope not.
So that's great. So, all right. So last thing I had was just about the Big Sky Conference. So give me some feedback. What do you love about the league? What's, okay, if you were commissioner for a day, let's play that game, whatever. So give me some feedback on the Big Sky Conference and your thoughts there. So go ahead.
Well, I love the addition of the belt. I thought that was a great idea.
We're going to give John Casper credit for that.
Yeah, great to honor.
If you saw John Casper's video kind of introducing the belt, it's well worth it if you know anything about the WWE. Him and Mary Lou's had some fun with that, but that's great. All right, what else about the Big Sky? Go ahead.
I like the change of
Gabby,
location.
you haven't said anything yet.
I think someone was just about to say something.
It was me.
Oh,
I was just going to say I like the change of location for the tournament.
Like I agree with Oli on that. I wasn't in Reno, but I really like Boise and just how you kind of have like a downtown area, and there's a lot of things that you can do around there, as well as just go and watch games and be with family that comes down too. So I think I really like Boise as a location for the tournament.
All right, good feedback. Thank you. What else?
As a director of operations, I enjoyed trying to find different local eateries on the road in certain cities. It's easier than others, but there's a lot of good local food joints across the Big Sky Conference.
I would hope food would come up. I mean, that's an important piece for a team on the road. All right, so how about any questions for me? Has got anything?
Nothing except just to say thank you so much for including all of us in this discussion, and thank you for the award.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
I have a question on if it's going to continue in Boise.
So we had a 3-year deal. We got 1 more year left there. So we're gonna bid it just because it's a smart thing to do. But I'm certainly going into it thinking and hoping that Boise steps up and it's a long-term home for us. I think for the reasons that were mentioned, 7 of our 11 schools can drive there. It is a great spot downtown. I think it's a perfect size arena for us. There were lots of disappointments this year, and besides not getting to see our team celebrate going to the NCAA tournament, we were really building something there. There was more and more fans coming to the games. The crowds were growing day by day. I think we were going to have a great crowd for your championship game that day on Friday. I think the men's games that night and Saturday night would have really been rocking. And so it was a real shame to lose that momentum, but I'm hopeful that we can make that a long-term home. So keep our fingers crossed there, but I think it's a good spot for us.
Yeah, we've liked it too.
Good. That's good to hear. All right.
Can you bring casinos to Boise? My one caveat, can you bring casinos to Boise? Just saying.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Typically the governors usually ask my opinion on those types of things. So I would love to play a little card game. Maybe we'll just have to find something in the hotel room. We can get a little side games going.
I'm all for it.
Okay.
We're happy that there's not, because some of us need to stay focused.
Good point. Good point. That's what I expect the head coach to say. There we go. So that's great. Anything else? Any other questions? No? Well, again, congratulations. I hope your family's safe. I hope you're safe. This sucks for all of us. We all know that. But I hope you can connect with each other and still make this a special time. You'll remember this the rest of your life. This time, it's very odd, but cherish the family time, those of you that are home and with them. And I wish you all well. Look forward to seeing those of you that are back in the fall. And I hope you have an enjoyable summer as well. So with that, congrats again on the belt. See if you can hold it up again, Coach, unless it's too big. Get those muscles out. Come on, let's see them again. It does weigh about what, 25, 30 pounds? What do you think?
I was going to say like 50, 100, make me look stronger.
Yes.
There we go, in the screen.
There you go. And then all of you can see it and wear it. You can borrow it for a day. It's like the Stanley Cup. You get to take it around for a day or something like that and enjoy it when you're back on campus as a team. So
I think running some stairs with it, although we're not supposed to show video of those kind of workouts, something along those lines. We'll keep that Rocky thing going.
I love it. Great idea. Players don't like it. I think it's great. There you go. All right, Coach, anything else? Final word from you?
Final word is we're just thankful to be a part of this conference. I played in this conference. I love the strength of our conference. I love the challenge of our conference. And I love all of these kids and the staff on the other side of the screen. We're extremely proud of them. They've done something historic that hasn't been done, and that's going to be remembered forever. And thanks so much for today too, Commissioner.
All right. Take care, everybody. Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.